Welcome to BOBST. Welcome to the presentation of the new M6 press for digital flexo for the packaging industry. So first of all, who is BOBST? BOBST is the biggest manufacturer in the world of printing and converting machines for the packaging industry. If you look into a shop in a supermarket, it's very probable that most of the products have been printed or converted or both on a BOBST machine. And this is the first time BOBST enters the label industry. So today you are going to see a lot of technologies, so please don't be scared about all the technologies that you are going to see, because there are so many that we are going to have the same demonstration in 2 hours. So come back if ever there is something which is not clear and see another demonstrations, because the level of technologies that we are showing you today is very high. We are going to talk about digital automation, color separation, UV flexo for food packaging. All these 3 arguments would need hours of discussion. So I will try to condensate, and you will see what we can do for you and for revolutionize the flexible packaging manufacturing industry. Now let's start with a simple job, digital flexo. On every single color we have a digital camera which is reading what you are printing and automatically adjusting the 2 main parameters, which are the printing pressure and the register. So the operator is not anymore involved in the setup of the machine, but you are adjusting the printing pressure and the register fully automatically. This is a technology that we have developed already years ago. Nothing new. It's just substituting the eyes and the fingers of the operator with digital eyes and digital fingers. Here we have the happy customer of this machine. So, what is new on this technology is that the operator doesn't touch the machine anymore. You will see that during the whole demonstration, operator will not touch the machine. Now, let's see what happens now. They introduced a new technology called V-flower. You can see it's a V-flower. So what we are doing without stopping the machine, you see the job number 1 goes away and job number 2 comes in. You see? Job number 1. And look at the job number 1. Job number 1 had already 5 pantones, and job number 2, completely different job. Before it was with process and 4 or 5 pantones. This is mainly flat with a lot of pantones. Now, what is this? We are using, 1 is the cyan, 1 is the magenta, 1 is the yellow, 1 is the black. Then we have the orange, the green, and the reflex blue. Now, by using 7 colors, you are able to reproduce all these pantones. With 7 colors, all these pantones can be reproduced. So in theory, you can have one label with all these pantones at the same time. And this is the new Pantone book for 7 color separation. This is edited by Pantone. So if the customer chooses this specific color, and this one, and this one, and this one, you can print it. And then you change job, everything is fully automated without changing the ink, without changing the Anilox roller. And now we are preparing job number 3. So you can prepare the job while the machine is running. So you have seen before a job change from color from job number 1 to job number 2, And now we are preparing job number 3 while the machine is running, which is the principle behind the whole concept. It is running the machine 95% of the time without stopping the press. New job, new job, new job. Never stop the press. Change automatically the roll. Change automatically the roll and change automatically the print. Never stop the press. It's a total new concept. You can do process, you can do solids, you can do whatever you have in mind to print without limitation. Just choose the colors within the new Pantone book edited by Pantone. Okay? We have sold several presses to customers using 7-color separation. What is the advantage? Is consistency. You don't have anymore to rely on the ink supplier for the consistency of the ink. You are having 5, 6 colors on top of each other, but with much less color. Another point that people don't know about 7-color separation is that you're using much less color. You're using 30% less ink in general, because you're putting, let's say, only process on top of each other. So you're using less ink and the ink is more stable. Okay? So this is a cooperation which has been made between 8 companies. BOBST for the digital automation, but we have the major companies under the brand Revo, DuPont for the flexo plates, ESCO for the software, Apex with their new GTT technology for the Anilux roller, Flint with low migration inks, UPM Raflatec for the substrate, AVT for the inspection control and the register and the pressure control, and Adair, a printer who has been testing this technology for 2 years. Now the point, the question is, you can have, you want to make a change? But we didn't show how good is the register. Can you go up a little bit? Eh? So, sorry, I forgot to show you the register. I forgot to just show you the register. Register is fundamental, because if you are working with 7 colors and you have a small type, you have to be sure that the words match together. So this is the register you can get out of a Revo machine. So it's a new generation of machines. You have to have a tolerance which is totally different. You have a register which is a different level of tolerances. Okay? Go back. Now we make another change. So we will change from job number 2 to job number 3. Again, total different set of plates, total different repeats, total different colors, Pantones, process, solid, total different. Without changing the ink, without changing the analogs, everything ready. You just click a button and do the change. Again, you can understand the revolution. This is a true revolution. And it's a cooperation of companies. Revo, it's 8 companies, the biggest companies in the world, working on this technology for 2 years together. So it is a turnkey solution now. In the back of the stand, you will see all the machines which are needed to manufacture the plates. Now, if you ask yourself, can I do Revo in my house? Can I do 7-color separation in my house? Yes, because we are having all the equipment for pre-press in our house. So you can come, you buy the machine, and you get the training for 1 week or 2 weeks, depending on the level of skills of your operators, to make a full training on 7 colors. So from day 1, you can be perfectly trained for Revo. Just from day 1. Okay? Now, there is another point to be discussed. Yes, monitor. Yeah. So, the question is, I am printing this job in UV Flexo for food packaging. I have a problem, because food packaging has a problem of perception. UV inks in food packaging, low migration inks from Flint, have already proven many times in different customers in all the world that they have no migration, less than 10 ppb. It's a question of perception. But let's now analyze what is happening in the flexible packaging industry. What you are doing, you are printing, you are taking a sample, just a sample, you go to the gas chromatographer and understand if you have a solvent retention in that sample, but you don't know what is happening in the whole roll. You just know what is happening in that sample. UV is not a drying technology, but it is a polymerization technology based on the quantity of energy you give. So, UV Flexo, in terms of safety, can give a much safer guarantee to the customer, because we can read on every single lamp the amount of energy that we are giving to the substrate. So we can give a full safety certificate for every single meter printed on the roll. So we can give a roll and the safety certification on every single meter. So with UV Flexo, you change the parameters of safety for the flexible packaging industry, because UV Flexo not only has less power consumption, so it's a greener environment. Not only you don't have any more solvents in the ink, but also you give a much better safety for the final consumer, because the final consumer will know that every single meter has been guaranteed and certified. We go in speed? Okay. Of course, you don't, when you have a machine like this, it doesn't make sense to stop the press for making a job change, a roll change. So we have automatic unwinder and automatic rewinder. And you can see that you make the final change. So, you have seen and you have understood something about total digital automation. The press reads the pressure and reads the register and makes every adjustment automatically. We have spoken about UV Flexo for food packaging. The press analyzes all the emission of UV curing to give the total safety to the customer. We have spoken about 7-color separation. You never change the ink, you never change the Anilox roller. So the revolution is that this has become a much better choice versus a digital press. You have less cost, less waste, less running, let's say, more uptime. 95% of the time the press doesn't stop. You don't have to stop the press for maintenance. It's a press which can run all the time. So this was the presentation of the new M6 from BOBST, the digital Flexo revolution. Thank you very much.